as we bring in Sam Cosentino from Rogers Sportsnet. I know he won't have any SJHL buzz, but we will talk some junior with him. How you doing, Sammy?
Yeah, doing great, Roddy. Glad to see you're rocking and rolling here. Is there any station or network that you're not on right now?
Hey, well, if you find one, let me know. Are you going to a teeth appointment, Sammy? Are you getting your teeth whitened today? Or did you?
No, I just got the chiclets done the other day. Went through basically the car wash, gave me a good spray. Couldn't spit for an hour, but we're good now.
Oh, man, the whitest teeth in show business, right? That guy. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Sam, let's start here. The Connor Bedard buzz, and we'll maybe bring it around on Braden Yeager. But what's your takeaway on the kid delivering Friday night?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. You know, I had the opportunity to talk to him on Thursday, and I was just joking around with him. Hey, have you got a celly plan? Because I don't think it's going to be, too long before you get your first one. He said, no, I'm just going to let the natural emotion take over. And, it's kind of difficult when you're in a losing situation, yet all the focus is on you because you're an exceptional player, because of how young you are, yet your performance still stood out amongst the crowd. I think every one of the players that I know and that I've called game before, the other 6 exceptional players, surely would have traded a team win for anything personal. I don't think Connor is any different, although it's nice to kind of see him break that egg, and now he can just kind of focus on the task at hand. Of course, the second night went pretty well as well, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, goal and an assist. Now, there's a blossoming rivalry. Have you noticed? 40 miles west, Braden Yeager's the same age, and the Warriors have said, our guy's every bit as good as this guy. And I think they believe it. They threw him out in a shootout last night, and he scored to win it for the Warriors against the PA Raiders. I don't know if the rest of the world knows, and I don't care. Here, this is exciting as hell, Sammy.
Well, you know what, and as it should be, and I heard a lot of talk about Yeager when I was covering the WHL draft, and so you have to think that at some point, too, these guys are going to be the key pieces in, reliving that rivalry and hopefully putting all this pandemic stuff behind us. But it's awesome to see that, Alan Miller has left the Moose Jaw Warriors with some pretty good pieces there. The Regina Pats under John Paddock and Dave Struch have had it takes a little bit of time here to get things back on track after 2018. When those two teams are going good in Saskatchewan and in the Western Hockey League, it really draws attention to that Trans-Canada clash. And I think we're going to see those days again, and we're going to see a whole lot of them with these two youngsters.
No, I literally have tingles. I'm so happy. I'm so excited about it. But, you brought up a great point about the other exceptional players, McDavid, Tavares, Ekblad, and so forth, and that you called all those games. I'm already getting criticized by people, Sammy, for saying there's 19 other guys. You're putting too much... No. This is special. And there's a little to do with marketing, too. Did you deal with that back then, that there was too much emphasis on the one player?
Yeah, of course we did. But you know what? As part of what we were doing on sports, we were going in and, we were part of that hype. And the thing is, when you look at where all those players have gone ever since, the hype was right and it was just. And you're seeing all but Sean Day really perform well. And I think Sean Day is just taking a little bit longer to mature. Is he going to be at the level of the other guys? I don't think so, but I do think he can be a valuable member of a National Hockey League team. But the other guys deserve all of that and that they received. And Connor's the same way. The biggest thing about getting that exceptional player status is everyone knows they're great players. Everyone knows that they're attentive to what's happening in school. But it's your character and your personality and your ability to handle all the pressure that comes with the very thing that we're talking about. And so in each of those guys before, obviously they were able to handle that. I mean, Connor McDavid was just getting worn out left, right, and center. John Tavares, the same sort of thing. Aaron Ekblad, maybe not quite as much. Joe Veleno, not quite as much. But still, the ability to handle all that pressure and answer at every turn, at every city that you go to, at every international event that you play in. And then you have all the off-season stuff, and people are wondering, hey, what's this guy going to come back with next? But I do think the one thing that's kind of gone silent here with Connor playing, Shane Wright not. He received a lot of that hype that he deserved last year in Kingston when he went to Canada's World Junior Camp. But hopefully the OHL gets back going again, because I think this is going to be a guy who's bound and determined to make Hockey Canada think that they should have taken a chance on him. And then have two exceptional players across the CHL. I think it's great publicity for the league. I really do.
It is, and this is what the fans don't see. Like, I'm just Googling Eberle's salary right now. $5.25 million. Like this hype around Bedard, I saw it with Eberle. He didn't get a life. He didn't get a life, right? Like Connors is gone. When he went number 1 overall and is designated exceptional player, he lost his childhood, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, he's going to make all the bucks. Ebbs is all these stars, but you lose something for that. And that's why I can't imagine at 15 what that kid's going through. I was afraid to go across town, Sam. Ask my brothers at 15. And he went halfway around the world to play hockey. Like, I know that he's mature, but it's the pressure on, you said it, the pressure is immense. And that's why I was so excited that he delivered, to be honest with you. Now, anything else on this before we move on?
No, just really excited for Connor. And I've had a chance to talk to him on a couple of different occasions and really get in depth and dig down. And I think he's just a wonderful young man. I think you can see how everyone celebrated on the ice, the teammates, when they went over and hugged him right away. And, of course, on the bench, everyone was so excited because it's a huge moment. And you know what? When you're the first to do something, when you're the trailblazer, the first exceptional status player in the WHL, and you deliver right away, that can only bode well for the future. But the thing that I know about the young man, he deserves everything that he's gotten so far and will get here in the future.
Right. I just don't, again, back to those fans, I don't think they understand. Everybody expected something huge. And what if he didn't? That's why he was nervous. And then he just 2 goals in 47 seconds, no big deal. So I was so happy for him. Sammy, the O. We had a Frontenac's fan write in the other day, said the exact same thing about Shane Wright. He's so upset that Kingston's not playing, the OHL's not playing, and they're still saying they might. Do you believe it?
I do believe it. I know there was some talk last week about maybe making an announcement. The problem is that there was something planned a few weeks back and it got leaked out, and that did not impress the government whatsoever. And so David Branch has really clamped things down. So any kind of leaks that we might be looking for are nowhere to be found. I mean, I've called everyone that I know, and everyone's saying the same thing. David is really upset about what had happened with the previous leak. He does not want that happening again, out of the fear that some of you experienced in Saskatchewan when it got leaked out that they were going to play in Regina. And so it became more of a reality for the Ontario Hockey League and for David Branch. I still think it's going to happen. Obviously, it's going to be modified tremendously, but there's really no runway towards what the end of the season looks like. I mean, it'd be pretty tough now for me to envision a Memorial Cup being played. You're going to have the Q teams that may play as many as 50 games, the Dub teams 24 games, the Ontario Hockey League, if they play and extend and kind of accelerate things, maybe 24 games. So really, how are you going to be able to crown a national championship? I think the Memorial Cup deserves a championship where a season that's played at least 50 games. I mean, I want to see the 68-game schedule played before that thing is determined because I think we need to respect the trophy in that regard.
I couldn't agree more. And I feel like this is two buddies rapping here as much as it is an interview, Sammy. But it's just with the government officials being upset, I'd like to take them and by the lab coat lapels and go, do you understand how excited these guys are? That's all. Just understand whoever leaked it, they're just so excited to play. And on Friday night, when Bedard got the first start, the Raiders were complaining that he was the first start because Ozzy Weisblatt had a Gordie Howe hat trick. It was Weisblatt, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, 2 months ago, you didn't even know if you're going to play. Can you... Hockey people, right?
Well, you know what? I give Happy a lot of credit. He's been known to manipulate the media on occasion. I witnessed it quite a bit in their run to the Memorial Cup a couple of years ago. And good for him. He's sticking up for his team. We know Weisblatt, first-round pick. Gooley, first-round pick. Good for Happy for sticking up for his guys. And you know what? At the end of the day, a little bit of the controversy surrounding that probably created more hype and more attention towards Connor Bedard, and I think that's fantastic.
Oh, what? We're singing from the same hymn book, man. But the leagues are just like, no, we can't have any of this. Oh, this is what sells tickets or gets viewers. Anyways, we've talked about the O and the Dub. How about the Q? I mean, they've had their struggles, but they're playing in bubbles, and that seems to be going pretty well.
Well, they got a lot of government support. A lot of their teams got a lot of government support, and I think when you drill down and you look at the fabric of the community in a lot of those smaller Quebec League towns, the government realized that, hey, this thing is an economy driver. It's an economic driver, whether it's the hotels, whether it's the restaurants, whether it's the fan bases, although some have had limited fan bases and some have been locked down due to the bubble. And a lot of people also realize it's a little different out there, that the teams that are playing in some of those small towns, that's just where it's at. I mean, yeah, you see it in Swift Current, you see it in Moose Jaw, but you still have that affiliation out west, whether it's Calgary or whether it's Edmonton. They don't have really an NHL team, so it's kind of scattered all over the place. When you look at the teams located in Quebec, yes, there's the Montreal Canadiens to cheer for, but all in all, Rod, you're looking at teams that really mean a lot to their communities, as they do in all their CHL communities. But I think the government really did a good job in stepping up and realizing that it's more than just 20, 25 kids playing hockey. It's a lot more than that.
Absolutely. Bravo to them, and I'm enjoying following that too. Sammy, thanks for this wonderful outfit. Your wonderful chat, and I appreciate the time. Yeah, the outfit too. And I'm watching very closely what you're doing. Thanks for your coverage of the wonderful CHL.
Yeah, good to see you, Roddy. Take care. Continued success, man. Looks great.
Thank you, buddy. Sam Cosentino from Rogers Sportsnet joining us.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.